Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are cold today, and
It is not warm,
it is
that's for
not
sure.
warm. And we had quite the trip down, and it's kind of a sad day. I mean, it's been a sad couple days because Christie's father passed away while we were on our way to Mexico,
We're in
or
Dallas
while we were on our way
to
to
Canada
Canada
from Mexico.
from Mexico. And that was not fun, but, there are blessings in here.
Mackenzie and Penny are already watching. Good morning, ladies.
Yes, good morning. So we have our chat on the
And
computer here.
Maribel.
We are on our phone today, so we hope you can hear us. If you can hear us, actually let us know, please. Just because it would be good for us to know if this is going to work, because this is kind of what we want to do to show our house when we get back to Canada, whenever that is.
Back to Mexico.
Back to
I'm
Mexico.
so confused, you guys.
I am exhausted. And
It's been a few days, that's for sure.
It's been a few days. So we can tell you about the trip here. What were the points on the trip?
Well, the planes were empty.
Yeah, you're going to have to talk a little louder. Pretend you're talking to your children.
Oh no, I can't do that in public. I can't let people see that.
Yeah. So the way down was interesting because we're on the first plane to Dallas. Every second row was empty. And then they only had two people in the three seats.
Or one, depending.
Yeah, or one.
Some didn't even have two, yeah.
So it was probably a third to a quarter of what typically would be going there. And everybody's in masks. Then when you land in Dallas, Dallas is open. So everybody's still in their masks and they have all of the social distancing lines everywhere. But the guy who is controlling the line had no mask on. So you now take off your mask. I did. Nobody else did. And then, we had the mobile passport. And we go to use the mobile passport, and we're waiting in line. There are signs that say 5-minute wait, whatever. And you get there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not doing that." So it went from
because of
COVID. So the line went from being very small to instantly filling up. So we got
I just want to do a shout out really quickly because there's a lot of people.
Okay.
Sue, but she's already commented.
Thank you,
Katrina. Sue. Penny said hugs. Yeah, so those are showing up, some of those. Maggie is watching. Amy Wood is watching. April. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. So we get to Dallas, which is open, like I said. Then I finally get to the front of the line now. It was a while because we expected to get off the plane, then go to Costco. But then we get to the front border guard guys, and I'm not wearing my mask. And he's like, "Hey, we need you to wear your mask." I'm like, "How come some people are and some people aren't?" It's nuts. This is all nuts. So then we decide we want to go to Costco. Check Uber. It's $32. I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Go to the guy, and I say, "How much is their taxis?" And he says, "Well, this other lady paid $50 to go to this place." So I'm like, okay. So when I go back on again, now it's up to $60-some. Then it went up to $80-some. So I said, okay, we're not going to Costco to spend over $100
just to get there,
just to save a few dollars on stuff. So we said, forget that. So we went to the restaurant. The restaurant was about a half an hour away. Guys, it was fairly close. Mm-hmm. To get there and back on Uber and taxi was $150.
That included a $10 tip, but still.
Yeah, but still.
No, tips both ways, I guess.
Yeah, but it's craziness. And then we go into the Target. Just stuff. I don't know how people can afford to live up there.
And we found it quite expensive, actually, even considering that, we've been traveling back, we were in the States and Canada last year twice. And so it's not like we're just totally relying on what we're paying in Mexico for things. But yeah, we found things were quite pricey in Dallas. But we had a wonderful time.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We had an amazing meal with Glenda. She treated us so wonderfully. It was just lovely to see her.
If you want a great place to go in Dallas, it's called Sevy's. SEVY''S.
Yeah, the steaks were literally Well, not literally, but they were melt in your mouth. They were quite amazing.
And the French fries?
The French fries were great. Just some of the best French fries I think we've had.
And a huge. So we ordered 2 sides of French fries, not understanding that the sides would be a big bowl of fries.
Yeah. Jeff is just saying it cost them $12 Canadian to go from Booster Race to the PV airport.
So that same thing in Dallas would have been between $35 and $65, maybe $85, depending on when you went. Craziness, absolute craziness.
But again, I wouldn't change it.
No, heavens no. It was great. We had a great time.
It was nice, and Dallas is the part of Dallas we saw, and we saw a bit. I'm not sure where even we were. Airport is huge and empty.
We saw 15, 20,000 square foot homes on the way to Sevy's. We went through this really amazing neighborhood, which people with money live in. And it was...
Apparently Don Henley lives there. We just found that out.
Yeah, Don Henley. So it was, then we get...
So Glenda is watching, Pastor Freddie is watching.
Glenda, thanks again for a wonderful dinner.
Watching. Terry McFadden is watching. Rose is watching. Good morning, everybody.
So then we came to Calgary, and then all hell broke loose.
Wow.
So Christie's like, you don't talk to anybody because I know what you're going to say. And it was probably best. So the first thing I'm kind of like, it is so good to be back in the motherland. And the guy did not, I think, appreciate that. And the first thing they do is they're like, boom, they take your temperature.
Yeah.
And it's like 36.2, you are safe to enter Canada. So we enter and they give us this sheet that we have to fill out. Now this is for the feds. So then we get through the feds after all of this wait, all of this time, and it wasn't a huge plane. I mean, there was more people on this plane as a percentage from Dallas. Probably 60% of the plane was full.
But because of the new protocols, things and way fewer agents, so things just took longer.
So when I watched that thing on Monday and I saw Jason Kenney say stuff, I knew it was going to be stupid because he added a whole new layer of government. So then we get outside and it looks like the Keystone cops with masks.
It was quite entertaining.
And it looked like everybody had this homemade job on. And I'm like, why are we having to do this again? They had us this form and we have to fill out the same information. I said, well, that's the feds and they do their thing.
And they don't share.
We're the province, and they don't share their information, so we've got to have our information.
Yeah. So it's questions asking where we're staying, why we're here. But I will tell you that we probably had the best experience with a border guard.
Yeah, the border guard, the Canadian border guard.
Is he a border guard? Is that what they're considered?
Yes. But so that's the other thing. So we go to the border guard in Canada and the border guards in the U.S. And the border guards in the U.S., they're big guys. I mean, they're all. You go to the Canadian border guard and they're all like tiny little young people. Hi, how are you? You know, it was bad. And also, no, but then also every race, every gender, everything as you come in, very balanced. No, they had like 27 genders. Because I was there and I counted.
All right. So anyway, there wasn't even 27 guards.
No.
I don't even think there was even 27 staff that we saw at the airport that day. It was so, it was so ridiculous. Surreal. And then Shay and Matt, of course, were flying back from Edinburgh. And at the London airport, she sent me a picture and it was empty. Like she showed this big long hallway and there was nobody on it.
So then they get here. They filled out their forms. Nobody took it.
Nobody collected their forms.
So they aren't even registered. Well, just don't tell anybody. No, it is.
It's so inconsistent. And they landed in Edmonton. We landed in Calgary.
No, but they landed in Toronto
first. Oh, that's
then
right.
It was domestic from there. So I mean, none of this makes sense, guys. It is stupid. We go to Dallas. We can do whatever we want in Dallas. We come into Canada, and it's like, you will obey. You will obey.
But we're here now. We'll be here for a while. We're not sure how long we'll stay.
Yeah. The border guard, though, he said he's going to talk to his boss, and they're going to get a waiver for us to go to the funeral, which is moot because the funeral is going to be online.
We're going to do Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom.
You're still only allowed 50 people for a gathering, and that's not enough for my dad.
Yeah, it is. It is a horrible, horrible time to have a birthday, to die. It is just all of these things. And what a weird, crazy time. And guys, none of this is real. The virus is real, but the response is nuts. So more people in California right now have killed themselves and attempted to kill themselves than have actually been taken out by the virus. That's how bad this is right now. So yeah, it's a crazy time.
So on that lovely note.
Yes, yes. But we're in Canada. Yesterday the sun was out. Now
Everything's trying to come out today. It looks overcast though. It's not supposed to be the greatest week, but by the weekend it's supposed to get nice.
So black jeans, undershirt, flannel shirt. In the sun, I was not terribly cold. So it wasn't half bad.
He's going to whine and whine about being cold forever now.
Everything you touch here is cold. When you pick up your underwear in the morning, it's like, holy crap, this is cold. Everything is cold. You go to wash your hands, it's like,
it's because I stuck his underwear.
Brr, brr. So yeah.
Thanks, Rose.
Yes, thank you, Rose. So yeah, it's a funny thing because being in the house without your dad is it's very strange. And, we miss him. He was a great, great human being. And, he built this house. I mean, this was designed by his wife and built by him. And it's a very different time. We miss the guy. So, yeah, but we're doing lots of laughing, crying.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's a good time. So, yeah, so then what else do we have happening? Oh, my gosh, just everything that it went right. The trip went right.
Yeah.
But still, it was very frustrating to deal with all the legalities.
Especially when you read about all the
people's
flights that are getting canceled.
Yeah, we made it no problem. Everything on time.
Early,
except in Dallas when we got off the plane. It took us over an hour and a half just to get through.
Dallas was slow, and then we had misinformation as to where we were supposed to get our shuttle to get to the hotel, because we were staying at the Hyatt at the hotel at the airport just to make things quicker and easier. And one cab driver told us it was way down one way, and then it wasn't coming. Then I called the hotel again. He said, "Oh no, it was pretty much at the opposite end of this one part, not opposite end of the whole airport, but."
Yeah. So, thanks, Pastor Freddie, for the picture last night.
Yeah, John took a beautiful picture of out on the highway by my mom and dad's place. And
the sun rises here because we're so far north. It rises in the 5:30 range. So by June 21st, it's going to be up real early and have a very difficult time going down. So it was very much.
I don't want to go.
Like, I don't want to go.
Good morning, Rob.
It is. It was a very lovely picture when I looked. Stunning. Rob. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on here. We're here with Shay and Matt now. They came in last night, and it was great to see them.
Yeah.
Obviously, tears, etc.
So we're self-quarantining downstairs in my parents'. They have a suite down here. There's 2 big bedrooms, a TV room, a little kitchenette, bathroom, refrigerator. So we have everything down here that we need, and it's nice just to be close to whoever comes to visit and says hi. And
yeah, when you talk to the guards and the people about all of the things that are going on here, everybody couches it in these crazy weird responses. It's not, you shall not do this. It's kind of like, we'd sure like you to do this. We can't stop you from doing it, but we can, because we can fine you and jail you and all of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yesterday there was a rally, an anti-lockdown rally at the legislature, and a couple hundred people came. Then the police said, if you're not gone in 15 minutes, we're going to fine you all. The fines are exorbitant. I mean, the fines there were $1,000 to $100,000. And everybody kind of left. But there was anti-lockdown protesters. And one of the guys like, you hate your kids. You want your kids to die. So you understand. A child under 15 years old dying from COVID, they're going to get struck by lightning 4 times before they die from COVID. So, guys, if you're getting in a vehicle and driving to work, you are taking a bigger risk. You're taking a bigger risk than actually dying from this.
Glenda made this little comment. She said, "Seeing you guys Friday saved me from setting up a counseling appointment." So, Glenda, I'm curious, did you not set up a counseling appointment because you realized after chatting to us there was no use? or was it that nice of the visit that you didn't have to worry?
Yeah. So, yeah. It is.
Dear.
The other interesting thing about Canada is we're sniffling and sneezing, not because we got the COVID, but because we're allergic to stuff here. There is smells and things and mosquitoes as big as cows here.
You can feel the mosquitoes land on you.
when you swat the mosquitoes, you feel them hit you. They're so big here, but they're very slow.
Linda said we made her happy. She gave me this beautiful candle and some vegetable seasoning to add to food. So we are going to use it, absolutely. Yeah. Because we have lots of time to experiment with different recipes now that we're here. And my parents, I bet you they can all hear me fine.
I don't think so.
And my parents' house is out of town quite a ways, so nobody delivers out here. So if we don't want, my mom, I suppose Mom, go buy us some food. We wouldn't send my mom to go do it. But I will tell you that my family down here has been amazing. There's been so much food dropped off already. Just so, we don't have to worry about all of that. I'm trying to get all the arrangements made for my dad and the service and things like that. So it's been a blessing to have family close.
It's been amazing just to read and see the videos of her family and what they've said about him. I mean, he was an incredible human being. So yeah, it was. It's a shock.
We deliver. Jeff is offering, our friends Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
They live in St. Albert, and we are by Sherwood Park, so that's quite a distance. Although with the hen day and the fact that there's no traffic, it's not that long of a drive anymore. But he offered to deliver whatever we need.
But we don't know if there's no traffic. We haven't been on anything.
Kenzie was telling us last night, we were talking about it, how there's so little traffic. I mean, we had to drive all the way from Calgary to here.
Yeah, that was great.
And that was the highway was empty on a Friday, or no, what day? Saturday afternoon. The highway was, I never thought about that. The highway was empty for a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, typically between Calgary and Edmonton, it's a main corridor. It's one of the busiest highways in Canada for sure, probably.
Well, Alberta for sure.
Yeah, it is a crazy, crazy highway. Just all the people, I want to go to Edmonton. I want to go to Calgary. Let's do it.
And there's Red Deer and Sylvan Lake in between.
Well, Red Deer and then Sylvan Lake to the west, like 18 kilometers.
Still there.
It is there. It is absolutely there. So thank you, Jeff, for the delivery option. I don't think we're going to need that because we do have lots of people here right now.
I know the mosquitoes are small and stealthy in Mexico, and they can bob and weave. It's almost impossible to get those little suckers, but here it's like you just go like this, and you got a handful of dead mosquitoes in your hand.
And in Mexico, I say this all the time: they are ninjas. They are psychic ninja mosquitoes. As soon as you go to hit them, they already know what you've thought and are gone. It is absolutely amazing the difference between the mosquitoes here. And here, though, when they take blood, I mean, it's like you've donated.
Okay, so there's a few more people that have popped in to say Rosemary is on now.
Hello, Vanya.
Don Lawrence. Yeah. Vanya.
Hello, Don. It would be nice to see you, Don, while we're here. We're going to be here for a while.
Tirsa.
Hello, Tirsa.
Vanya said hi. Norman. Good morning, Norman. It was nice to see you at Mega before I left.
Yes.
Mexico. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We're going to miss Mexico. We will.
We're not leaving Mexico.
Oh, no.
We're going to be there for a while. Don't make it sound like we loved Mexico, but bye.
Bye, Mexico.
I couldn't ever do that.
No.
I mean, I love coming back and visiting family, and I don't like the circumstances of this particular visit, but it's so nice to just see everybody again. And
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, social distancing, though, because yesterday her brother came. We're at the bottom of the stairs, open the door. Hey, Kelly.
Well, and my youngest brother had a pretty serious accident with a saw. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's just. Anyways, so his pointer finger on his left hand, they're still trying to decide if they have to amputate it or not because he cut off all the tendons and muscles on the top of his finger. So he has an appointment this week. Well, he was told that if he's not doing proper social distancing, he can't go into the hospital. So that means he can't. So I have not been able to see my baby brother yet.
Specifically,
from a distance, right?
Specifically, the doctor said if you see anybody from another country, like your sister from Mexico,
who's coming for your dad's funeral,
we can't help you. We're gonna have to cut off your finger.
All right, bye, Vanya. See you.
Adios.
Yeah, no. So not that he had to, but he has a plastic surgeon appointment. I told my sisters or my daughters that he was wanting to get a boob job. So if Kelly, if you're listening, I was just kidding.
So, at the airport in Dallas, we're in the D terminal, and they had, well, first we saw the McDonald's, and we had a McDonald's breakfast, which had we done some more walking, we would have found out they have Chick-fil-A. And a Chick-fil-A breakfast, I think, would have been better than the McDonald's breakfast. So we did get a Chick-fil-A snack for the trip, but it was cold because obviously we weren't hungry. So it was pretty cool. It's great to be in the U.S. and see all of these restaurants. In Edmonton now, when we were driving yesterday coming back, we saw that they had a Popeyes. Now, I don't remember Popeyes before, but Popeyes is supposed to have one of the best sandwiches, Cajun chicken thing. So we'll try some stuff here. Although you have to pay like $1 million for everything here. For anybody who says Mexico is expensive, you're crazy. You are nuts. You are on crack.
Thank you, Chuck.
You just don't get it.
Wendy is watching from beautiful Red Deer. We're close, Wendy. And yes. Iris is watching.
Hello. Good morning. So we're almost done here because I think.
And I will say, I heard John talking about the Chick-fil-A. Even cold, because on the planes, they're not serving you any food. That's another thing.
No.
The first flight from Vallarta to Dallas, we got in and they're like, would you like a little snack? This is the only food we're going to be serving on the plane. And we're like, okay. So they give us this little bag. We get to the seat and we're looking at, there's a water bottle that's probably 1.5 inches tall and a tiny little bag of pistachios.
I think there was a serviette in there also.
Oh, and there was a alcohol wipe.
Yeah. So that way you could take the alcohol wipe and just kind of like get your space.
Yeah.
You know? And it's funny because we know friends that they travel with Vaseline and stick it in their nose and breathe their nose.
Chris. Or Cindy, sorry, I see Bouchard and I just want to say Chris, but I know it's both of you. And Debbie, good morning. So that was kind of funny. But on the flight from Calgary to, or from Dallas to Calgary, that's a 4 and a bit hour flight, and there was not going to be any service. So we made sure.
They didn't give us even a little bag with.
No, we got nothing.
Zero. Nada.
We didn't get anything. And we flew American, but both legs were American. But anyway, so that's why we decided we'd pick up the Chick-fil-A. And it was actually even good cold.
Yeah.
Their chicken is really yummy.
So in Dallas, we're in the line now. And Chris is like, hey, what's on your butt? She's like, oh, dust. And she goes to do it. Gum. There was gum on my seat on the flippin' plane. And I sat in it the whole time. And not fun. So now... not fun.
And Janet, that's a good question. Yes, we did have to wear masks the whole flight. The only time we were allowed to take them off is when we were eating. So basically, once we went through customs, or once we went through the check-in, and when we checked your bags and stuff, you were supposed to wear your mask and wear it until you left the airport at your...
Yeah, once you get through the doors of the airport, they're like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, once you get out, you can do whatever, but
nothing makes sense.
They're trying to protect themselves, right? So that's where the most concentration of people was. So that's where they were wanting us to wear our masks. But yes, on the whole flight, and it was hot. I mean, airlines, you're either sweating or you're freezing. There's no in between. So, and masks are they're just confining and uncomfortable, and I'm not a fan.
Many people on the plane.
I like to breathe, not my own air. I have to chew gum because I have to smell my own breath the whole time.
many people on the plane had the masks below their nose.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, everybody is just like.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah, thanks, Debbie. So
Air Canada gave us nothing but water, Lori said.
I think we're going to find when all of this is said and done that there was a lot of mistakes made.
You were both dressed a bit warmer today. I wonder why. Yeah, you can't see, but I got leggings on and a t-shirt.
And I've got jeans.
And John's a little bit delicate.
I've got socks
and he's got
on.
It's not a flannel shirt, but it's thick. And then he's got a thick t-shirt underneath.
It's a very thick t-shirt.
He's a little bit sensitive.
Yeah, and Christie's mom is lovely. She puts on the air heater in the morning first thing. So that way
when we wake up, it's warmer.
Yeah.
But, I will say that it's kind of nice cuddling by myself, not with John, under a nice, comfortable blanket, thick blanket.
Yeah, because in Mexico, she's like, don't touch me so hard.
Did I say that out loud?
You kind of said that out loud.
Good morning, Mandy. Mandy. I'm reading Mandy. I'm just not gonna.
We're tired still.
My eyes are a little puffy. Good morning,
thank you, Jennifer.
Jen,
yeah, I think we're done. I have work to do today. I have some videos. We did an interview yesterday with
Michael from Solo con Voluntad Dispensas Nayarit's.
Yes. And they gave away over 6 tons of food last week.
Yeah.
They need money back.
Cold weather for just cuddling.
So we are going to get the video done today and post it so you guys can hear what they're doing, how they're doing it. And I really think they're good. I mean, everybody is good at what they do.
Yeah, everybody. There's so many people back home that are working their butts off to make sure that people less fortunate than them are getting fed. And it's just amazing. Some are doing the dispensas where they put, most of you know what a dispensa is, that's on here today, but they gather a bag of basics like sugar and coffee, which is a necessity, but they do instant for these poor people. I think that's torture.
Most Mexicans drink instant.
I know instant coffee is very popular in Mexico. But anyway, so there's the oil and maseca to make tortillas and noodles and just the basics, just to get them through. And those are loosely give people a meal a day for a week. Yeah. Basically is what that is for a family of 4. And then there are quite a few places that are doing hot meals, and they are cooking up big hearty soups and giving them some fresh fruit and vegetables. So it's just amazing what all these people are doing. So if you guys have missed it, go back onto John's page or my page. Or the Elements page, Elements Realty Group page, and check out what these people are doing, because we've interviewed now about 4 or 5 people.
5 at least. No, I think 6 was yesterday, or
5 or 6. Who have we done? Just Hugh, Bruce, Tim with La Cruz, and I think only 4 had.
I'm thinking 5.
Well, we'll have to check, but anyways.
Yeah. And whoever we missed, I apologize.
Well, and if anybody we're still doing them from here. So, I mean, Michael's yesterday was via Zoom.
Yep.
A little bit of a different thing. John has to edit it and get it out there, but
it's going to have a different look and feel. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how this works, because the camera on our laptop is terrible. It blows us out. We look whiter than white, and we don't need that. Yes, they are all doing great things there. So please support them. Please support somebody. Thanks, because these guys, they need it.
So great what people are doing to help them boost your Yeah,
it is.
It is just amazing. I mean, there's so many people, and it's not just foreigners. It's not just
La Fuente. We interviewed La Fuente also.
Oh, La Fuente. Yeah. Okay, so I missed that one.
Yeah.
And the food bank.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, we did a lot. We did more. We did more. Christie
John would know because he had to do all the editing. I just had to talk to people, which I have so much trouble talking to people. It's so hard for me.
Yeah. It is. It is. Oh my gosh! If you guys, I wish I had saved all of the cuts, because Christie, she's crazy. She's nuts. And she starts laughing and can't stop. It's like, I am so sorry. I'm really good at this, but I lose myself. So yeah.
Really? I sound like that?
Yeah.
And do that too?
Yeah. So I think we're done. But thank you all for your condolences.
Extra people don't have welfare, so they need all the help they can get. Yeah. Especially at this time, in history, it's amazing what it's brought out in people. Some the best, some the worst.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to sign off now. Thank you for all of your condolences. Yeah, it'll be sad.
It's very touching. I mean, they're sometimes hard to read.
Yeah. Christie wants to cry. She just goes on Facebook or talks to somebody now.
It's not hard to make me cry.
Are you starting to cry again?
No. My eyes are watering. It's allergies.
So guys, have a fantastic Monday. Please, thank you for the condolences, and please support Bucerias, Vallarta, La Cruz.
All those things that are happening.
Everybody help somebody out, guys. Just send some money. And in all of the videos, we have ways that you can give. So please do. Mm-hmm. And guys, have a fantastic Monday. Don't touch your neighbor's face. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. Face. Wash your hands.
My hands are clean.
Be kind to one another. Love each other. And we will talk soon.
Bye. Guys. Thanks.